Facebook Live shortly.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is not break just yet. I'm sorry I'm running a little bit late today. It's not break today. There's actually 4 more days of school left. As you can see behind me, we're not in drop-off line sports line. This is a sick day, driveway day to start a Monday. Last night, I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep because Lainey was a little sick. I'm sure you guys have had kids, right, with the earaches before? Had an earache all night, so I'm running on 2 hours of sleep from last night, and I'm going to take her to the doctor coming up in a couple of minutes. So no Lainey today, as she'll get over, hopefully, that earache situation in time to close out school. The final week, you know what? I feel bad for her because I can't imagine being sick in the final week of school. That would really stink. It's such a great time. You're going around fired up, and boom, you're sick. Bummer. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning, Darnell. Yeah, I think she's going to be all right, but I'm going to take her to the doctor anyway. You know, for the earache, there's 0 to do. You got the warm compress, and that's about it, right? That is just about it. So that's what we're doing right now. It's just me sitting here in the driveway. Again, as you can see behind me, this is driveway sports. This is what we're going to be doing here in a couple of weeks anyway. Christopher, good morning to you. What else? Pole day over the weekend, too. I think it's about time for Ed Carpenter to put on the old JMV Sux sticker, right? So I called Ed Carpenter for the pole win. He won the pole, and we'll see if we can get some tiny little JMV Sux sticker on there, too. Hey, BT, dude, does bourbon work? Should I go, give her a little bit of bourbon? I think bourbon would work for me if I had an earache. I don't know. I don't know if bourbon's going to work for her, but it was a long night last night. If anybody's ever had kids with an earache, that is a long night. Joseph Beck, good morning. Jennifer, good morning to you. Yeah, we're trying. Trying to get that sticker on there. I'm just thinking maybe about that big. I don't know. Even on the visor, the side of the visor, maybe. Come on. Steve, good morning to you. As Steve mentions, it is race week. So you have Ed Carpenter on the pole. You have James Hinchcliffe not making the race. You have everybody talking about how James Hinchcliffe should just stay out and shouldn't buy your way in. I mean, listen, people have done that forever. Who gives a crap? I don't care either way what is done. It was still pretty exciting. And, you'd feel bad if somebody got yanked from a car and they shove Hinchcliffe in a car. But at the same time, I mean, these sponsorships are hard to come by, man. I mean, it's pretty easy for Bob Kravitz or me or somebody to sit on the mountaintop and say, well, this is what you should do as running your business. Yeah, that's BS. I mean, you got to do what's best for your business, and if that's sticking James Hinchcliffe in the car, I guess you got to do it. I'd feel bad for somebody that got bounced, but that's just kind of how it works, right? It's how it worked back in 2011 with Ryan Hunter-Reay. And I remember doing with Ryan Hunter-Reay the he got in one of the I think he got in the final 3, right, in the field, and he had to do the back row party, and I had to MC the back row party, and I didn't know how many jokes I was going to be allowed to make regarding Ryan Hunter-Reay paying his way into the back row. I just remember he didn't enjoy any of it. It was awful. It was brutal. I really kind of hope for the sake of James Hinchcliffe, that's not the situation, and he's not put in that car. Because I just remember how Ryan Hunter-Reay felt at that party. That back row party was terrible for him. Corey Hall says, earache nights and upset stomach nights are always the longest nights of the kids. Man, the earache was just awful last night, brother. It came really like 11:30 into my room, and she was crying, and I thought, here we go. About 2 hours worth last night. Anyway, we'll talk about that, the Hinchcliffe, the bump day. I don't find a problem with everything, I guess, like everybody else does. It's, hey, he has to be in. Hey, he can't be in. Hey, get him in. Hey, he can't be out. Hey, do away with bump day. The only thing that's weird was the whole qualifying format was kind of weird, right? Because, I mean, you get bump day on Saturday, and you got all these guys coming back to re-qualify before the Fast 9 go out. That was all kind of weird. But I'll be honest with you. I was entertained, right? That's all we want to be, is it not? All we want to be in watching sports or anything like that is entertained. Were you not entertained, either listening to it on the radio or watching it on TV? I was absolutely entertained by it all weekend long. I thought that there was a great deal of dramatic value in it, and that's what we're looking for, friends. BT said Ed has to put JMV Sux in the car, and I hope Hinchcliffe does not buy his way in. I would agree, and my angle for Hinchcliffe is different. It's the Ryan Hunter-Reay thing, man. That guy had his head down like this. He's walking. I mean, it was brutal for him. And what Ryan Hunter-Reay said about it is true. Oftentimes these decisions are made. It's not like James Hinchcliffe is rolling around trying to find somebody to kick out of a spot. These decisions are made well above his head, and they're made financially, which I think would suck for him. I mean, it's like, I think what Graham Rahal said, I'd be embarrassed. That's how it is. That's how Ryan Hunter-Reay felt in 2011. I'm sure that's how he would feel too. So, Christopher said, I jumped off the couch at Ed's first lap. That was 2:36, right? Oh, no, the first lap was 2:30, but I think he had a high of 2:36. That was impressive. BT said, Penske said Al Jr. and Fittipaldi in 95 took their lumps, but that's Penske though, man. You know what I mean? That's Penske. I mean, it's tougher now. It's a lot more difficult to find sponsors, and a lot of this, again, these decisions are made well above Hinchcliffe's head. It's like, okay, who do you want? Do you want Jay Howard and a one-off, or do you want the guy in here? You know, what do you want to do? And these are sponsorship motivated here. Our whole world is sponsorship motivated really anymore, right? So that is it. Good morning, Brandy. BT, good to have you with me. Brandy Lewis says, how about a shout out to the Bloomfield Tennis Sectional win? I like your new fields over there, by the way, Brandy. Bloomfield has. That's nice. Really nice. With the whole new track and tennis courts and stuff over there. So good morning, Brandy. Good morning, Heath. I was in Bloomfield. Guys, Saturday. I stopped at, are you ready? I stopped at the Dairy Queen because I went the back way because 37 was just dreadful this weekend. So I went the back way and I stopped in and got a couple of blizzards for the kids. That's probably why they're sick right now. And we're rolling. Bloomfield, baby. Yeah, that new facility is pretty nice. So we got all that talk later on today. We got NBA West and East Finals. Celtics got blown out in Game 3. Really, it's been some unwatchable basketball, has it not? Seriously. Has there been any watchable finals yet? In either the East or the West? Anything? What's been watchable? I mean, Game 1, Celtics, Cavs. Game 1, Golden State, Houston. Game 2, Game 3. I mean, it's kind of been unwatchable here, hasn't it? A little bit? Unwatchable. So we got that coming up later on today. We'll work in some Pacer stuff. I'm sure some Colt stuff. We have a week leading up to what is the greatest spectacle in racing, too. Drop Off Line Sports is brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. Thank you very much, my guys at Bobcat of Indy, for that. And no Laney today. Laney should be back coming up tomorrow. Blake's class is going to an Indians game coming up midday tomorrow, and I'm going to be the dad, and I'm going to sneak in and check it out just a little bit. Check out, see what's going on. I'm going to spy. Your GC is showing a little bit. I'm plenty GC, man. There's no doubt about that. I had to make that trek down 37. On Saturday, we went down 67, which I think takes even longer. But I had to go down and back twice over the weekend to get some kids. Adam said, should bump drivers stay bumped? I mean, I like Hinch, but it seems pretty shady if he took a driver who qualified spot. Hey, yeah, and Adam, what I was talking about is most of the time that's not his decision to make. Most of the time that's his boss's decision to make. Like that would be a Schmidt-Peterson decision. They'd say, hey, we got a one-off guy here that qualified, and we have our main driver with our main sponsors who's with us the entire year, who's sitting out. That comes above his head. I would agree, man. That's why I was mentioning Ryan Hunter-Reay's situation. because remember, it was Andretti that bought a spot that was qualified by Bruno Junqueira in 2011 for AJ Foyt Racing, and AJ Foyt took the money and they bounced Junqueira out and put Ryan Hunter-Reay in, and that was all sponsorship motivated too, and Ryan Hunter-Reay felt terrible about it. Terrible. I mean, it was brutal for him. I'm assuming that's exactly how Hinchcliffe would feel. I mean, listen, that dude gets it, man. I mean, he gets it. That's just the way that it is. I would agree with you that bump cars should stay bumped, but in the world of trying to find and maintain sponsorships, sometimes that's tough, and those decisions come above the driver's pay grade right there. They do. All right, my man Corey Hall writes this. Let's see. Mecum on Saturday was awesome. I watched them sell that Golden Sahara too. How much did that go for? I've got to tell, my friend Drew Storen wanted to bid on a Mustang, and then he was actually there, thought it was sold, and then it went back on the auction block, and it says not sold now, so I got to find that out. But how much did the Golden Sahara 2 go for? That was pretty awesome. I love me some GC, you know that? You guys know that? All right, any questions really quick? How you guys want to do? Any questions really quick on Drop Off Line Sports before I'm out of here? Corey Hall said it went over $500,000. Woo! Man, ridiculous right there. All right, well, we got to go again. Drop Off Line Sports brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. The star today is not here. She's getting ready to go to the doctor, but we should be back, and fantastic coming up tomorrow. Remember, too, beginning on Friday and then up until late July, we're going to be doing Drop Off Line Sports in the driveway. I'm going to have to rename it. Bill says that this week is going to be the local weather people's nightmare. Yeah, it is. Bill Meck. We've all researched the name Bill Meck, haven't we, Bill? Remember Bill Meck back in the day for what he did. Anyway, should be good later on today. I'm going to have tickets for you. And remember, if you order the JMV Sux t-shirts from the shop in Broad Ripple and in Carmel, they're going to ship those out for you if you pre-order those. Lots of thumbs for Lady. Thank you very much, Doug Hall. You guys are awesome. Drop Off Line Sports and a busy day. I've got Buffett tickets later on today for you. Remember that Jimmy Buffett plays Thursday, Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center, and I have tickets for you later on today. You guys are awesome. Drop Off Line Sports is brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. Stars back tomorrow. Have a great day. I'll talk to you at 3.